What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing another World of Tanks video. For those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and for my regular viewers and subscribers, hello, welcome back, and may I present to you my review of the STA-1, the Tier 8 Japanese medium leading to the Tier 10 STB1. And straight off the get-go, straight off the bat, I just like to state for the record that in the tech tree, this was by far my most favorite tank to play in, and in the Japanese tech tree so far. I had a blast in this tank. I have nothing but praise for this tank, and at the same time, I couldn't figure out why. I thought it was possibly maybe me, possibly maybe it was the tank, and possibly maybe it was the tiers that I was playing in, and I think it was simply a combination of all three, but especially so the tank. And it wasn't until I started to do my research again on this tank for this review that I've kind of sort of figured out why, I think. But anyway, we're going to break down the tank, we're going to take a look at the tank, we'll do a tank review, take a look at those stats, and we'll compare it to the other tanks, because I do believe that that is important. So the STA-1 Tier 8 Japanese medium, 1,450 hit points, very decent amount of hit points, more so than any other of the medium tanks. 570 engine power, giving it a top speed of 45 kilometers per hour. We're going to take a look at these figures a little bit more in depth later on when we compare it to the other mediums. 44 traverse speed, turret traverse speed 42, very good. View range 390, very nice indeed, and signal range excellent, 750. Excellent, but of course with all the Japanese mediums it is severely lacking in armor, so keep that in mind. You can see up on screen it has literally nothing in the way of armor. Anything that hits you basically is going to auto pen you. What I mean by that is, you know, if wherever they hit, it doesn't matter about angling or penetration or this or that, you're going to get penned. You know, when your hull armor is 45, 35, 25, and your turret armor is 70, 60, and 35, you're going to get penned. So keep that in mind when you're rolling out in the battlefield. Definitely, I would say a second line tank, but it can be a brawler, most definitely. You know, and my kind of my vids that I've already uploaded do showcase that you can most definitely brawl in this tank, absolutely. So the 90 mil is what you have with this tank. You're given a stock 90 mil, and there's two packages basically to go before you eventually move up to the 90 mil Type 61, rate of fire 8, pen 218, damage 240, all of that good stuff. And may I recommend as equipment for this tank, medium caliber tank gun rammer, enhanced gun lane drive, and vertical stabilizer. That is what I had loaded on this tank, if I recall correctly, and it kind of really did kind of push the boat out with this tank and assist with having great games, etc. But anyhow, let's go ahead and let's figure out what makes this tank great, and we're going to compare it to the stats on the remaining Tier 8 mediums. So first of all, 1,450 hit points. You can see we have the Centurion here, the Indian Panzer, the Panther, the Pershing, and the T-44. Hit points. You can see up on screen that it has the most amount of hit points, and that's wargaming basically balancing out your tank due to the fact that it hasn't got any armor. You know, most definitely, you know, nothing compared to the Panther or the Indian Panzer. You know, you guys have come up against these tanks, you can bounce shots galore off these tanks, but with the STA-1 it doesn't have any armor, and because of that you're given the most amount of hit points in the game. Engine power 570. you can see that is nothing special, nothing in particular. You know, it's kind of average compared to all the other mediums. Speed limit of 45 kilometers per hour, again average, but the fact of the matter is, because you don't have any armor, it makes for a lighter tank, and because of that you have more acceleration. So once the speed kind of kicks in, you're average, but to reach that speed, you're by far, I think that's what it felt like to me, the quickest out of all the mediums. So a very quick, very agile, very responsive tank when the going gets tough, so to speak. And that is reflected also in the traverse speed. If you have a look at the traverse speed, 44 degrees per second, that is really, really good. Compare that to all the other tanks, and pretty much it beats all of them, basically. Turret traverse speed, 42. The only tank that beats that is the T-44, the Ruski, the T-44. So very, very decent. Signal range, nothing special there compared to the other tanks. And signal range, it does beat everybody else, hands down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, absolutely. So comparing the stats of the STA-1, what conclusion do we come to? It's a very quick, responsive tank when it comes to responding to certain situations, relocating due to the acceleration. And not only that, snapshots and things of this nature, the turret is very quick, the hull of the actual tank is very quick, it's very agile, so it's a very quick response tank, absolutely. So let's take a look at the guns now. We're going to take a look at the guns. The STA-1 is middle top there, Mitsubishi. It's a 90mm gun. First things first, let's take a look at the statistics, the stats on the gun. Rate of fire 8, pen 218, damage 240, aim time 2.29, accuracy 0.36. So let's look at the average stats first. Aim time, the 2.29 is better than most, but it's not fantastic. Accuracy 0.36. Average again, a little bit worse than better compared to the other guns. And but take a look at the good stuff. Rate of fire 8. So it's up there basically with the Indian Panzer, and with equipment and bits and bobs, you know, you can increase that even more so. So the rate of fire is very, very decent. Pen, very, very decent, 218 basically, and that is pardon me, that comes in second place compared to the Centurion, the British medium. And if you load up premiums, take a look at that premium pen, 275. So you load up premiums, you're going to have the best pen out of all the mediums at tier 8. So a very, very decent gun. Damage 240, nothing special there, nothing fantastic there. So as you can see, this is a very quick tank, a very responsive tank, a very fast tank, and it's able to respond to situations, you know, at a drop of a hat. And I think this is the reason why I had such a fantastic time in this tank. And not only that, if you take a look at the actual tank itself, even though it has really, really poor armor, really, really weak armor, it has the commander's hatch is prominent, but not that much so. But if you take a look at the actual tank, it's very low profile. It's very low profile compared to a lot of the other mediums at tier 8. And the turret sort of kind of molds into it's kind of almost like it's become one, the turret with the hull of the tank. It's almost like it's one tank. Almost from the side, it kind of looks like a TD. And yeah, it's I like it. I like it a lot. And so combined all of that basically with some fantastic, amazing gun depression. Zero, if you turn the turret to the rear, of course, you can see what's happening there in the rear. You just got the makings of a fantastic tank. Absolutely, I absolutely love this tank. Let's take a look at some gameplay, shall we? And for the first game in my STA-1, I think this is most probably the most important battle out of all of these battles. I'm going to be showcasing 3 battles, and this is due to the fact that I'm in a tier 10 battle. I finally unlocked a tier 8 tank, which means I'm playing in tier 10 matches. Or there's the possibility, of course, there are going to be plenty of matches where you're ranked top tier, but occasionally, once in the blue moon, you're going to be placed like I am in this tank, where where I'm ranked bottom tier, and I'm basically outgunned, out tanked, out this, out that, and you're possibly, maybe some of you might feel a little bit intimidated by the fact that you're up against E100s, Jagdpanzers, Death Stars, T-57 autoloaders, and all of these tanks. And what do you do when you're in games such as this? You support. You 100% support. You do nothing more than support. So take, for instance, I rolled into this match, tier 10, and instantly I said to myself, support. I'm here for support. And how do I support? What am I doing that is considered support, that I consider support on this map? Well, I'm up here on this flank and I'm making my presence known. And yes, of course, they're gonna see me and think, okay, weakly armored tier 8 Japanese medium, but at the same time they have to cross the railroad tracks in order to get me, and I'm being supported by my snipers behind me. So there's more than just one tank in play when I'm doing what I'm doing. Yes, I just received a shot into me, absolutely, and it shaved off what 60% of my hit points. I just got to be more careful, more diligent, and watch what I'm doing in future, and for the rest of this game. And I am, I responded to the situation. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. There's no arty in play. So as long as I don't peek over the railroad tracks for too long, I'll be good to go. So I am suppressing this enemy flank from pushing forward through here. I instantly recognized that there was a weakness on this side due to the fact there weren't any heavies over here, there weren't any mediums, and I instantly recognized the fact that, hey, the enemies could push through here using strength, using force, using numbers. So let me suppress them, let me stop them, let me put them off, so to speak, by just hanging around here and irritating the hell out of them, and at the same time using my gun depression to occasionally, possibly, maybe get some shots on target down below in the middle of the map. You can see where my gun is pointed, and you can see what I'm up against. There's a Jaegeru down there, and I think there was an E100 out over there, and they can't do anything. Basically, they can't do anything because of the fact that I'm hidden. I've got this low profile tank, and they can't get shots on me. And when I'm making my presence known, I'm constantly popping up and down, up and down, up and down, and they think, oh, he's got a plan, possibly, maybe he's up to something, and I am up to something. I'm suppressing them from pushing forward. I'm placing doubts in their minds if they want to come over. AMX, auto loading gun, etc, etc. I'll pop over and have a quick shot, but very, very quick. And that's exactly what I'm doing. When you're in a tier 8 tank and you're in a tier 10 game, there's not that many options. There's the only option is support, waiting for my sixth sense to disappear. If it disappears, I can quickly quickly pop over and have a quick shot. See, now it kind of pops back up. No, I'm very hesitant. There's no artillery in play. I'm completely safe. He's pointing his gun towards me, so there's no way. You know, he's taking his shot. Quick. Have a quick one. Are we good? We've, you know, this was not worrying me in the slightest. You know, he knows that if he comes at me, yeah, he could take me out, but he will die. If he's a good player, he knows if he comes at me, he will have taken out just one tank, and that would be it. He would have taken out me, and nothing more, nothing less, because my snipers behind me, possibly the heavies to my left, would take him out. So I'm counting on the judgment, on the skills of these players up you know, beyond me. I'm counting on the fact that they're decent players, that they're smart players, and they're not going to push. Pardon me, they're not going to push. He is firing his gun out of frustration there. Possibly maybe he's attempting to shoot at the snipers behind me. Not sure. And now I'm really hesitant about pushing over here, and unless I'm not sixth sensed, I'm not detected, I'm not going to make a move. I'm not going to make a play. Okay, here we go. We can do it. Possibly, maybe real quick. Just a quick one. No. And well, there you go. We have a tank to my left who's proving to be a distraction, so I can zoom in and just have a quick shot. And look, I take him out. How long was he lingering there, trying to take me out? And I take advantage of a situation. His attention is focused elsewhere, and I go for it. And I sense, okay, now's the time to push. Now's the time to rumble, if at all possible, and possibly maybe do some sniping here. I'm not lit up. Nice low profile tank. I'm miles away. He can't see me. And here I don't expect to pen. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can track him, keep him in place, and you know, my compadres could take a shot at him, you know, pen him and all of that good stuff. Sixth sense. Now it's time to pull back. Hesitant. I mean, it's an E100, it's an E75. I have great respect for these tanks. Managed to pen the side of E75, no problemo. Nice big juicy target. Anybody can pen that. No, what's going to happen? And there's the E100. Just go for a track. Keep him in place, and my compadres will take care of business. Sixth sense. Yep, okay, we're good to go. Can I help out? And what am I doing? I'm just supporting. I manage a pen. Wow, manage a pen. Was not expecting that. And I'm just here for support. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not even. It was initially first line, kind of second line. Now it's like third line. You know, I'm all the way in the back. I'm not going to tangle with an E100 unless I know I can win. Absolutely. I've only got 233 hit points left, and now strength in numbers, move in, mop up. Absolutely. Hey ho, let's go. Let's have some fun. Just a heavy and a little scout left. Heavy up ahead. I believe he gets taken out. Yep, and all that is left is a little scouty. I think there was a 13, what's that, 1375, 1390. Pardon me. And I anticipate where he's going here. I like this little move. I anticipate exactly, you know, I just put myself in their shoes, and I just anticipate where they're gonna go, and I figured he was, you know, just gonna go for it, so to speak, and have us, you know, we're gonna be forced to chase him down, hunt him down, and manage to get the final kill of the game. Absolutely. So very decent game there, playing in a tier 10 match with a weakly armored tier 8 medium. Good demonstration there. And second game, we are on Redshire. And it's much more favourable matchmaking in this game, as you can see. Tier 8s, 7s and 6s. Predominantly when you play in this tank, this is the kind of matchmaking you'll get. You'll be either ranked mid-tier, top tier. Very rarely do you get a match like the one we just had on, what was it, Lakeville? I can't remember the name. But you're going to see a very typical game here on Redshire. And in my STA-1, and in the initial stages of the game, due to the fact that you don't have that much armor, you're going to need to be passive like I am here. You're going to need to be passive, and at the same time as you're being passive, you can snipe. Go ahead and snipe. And I'm not necessarily here to snipe per se. Absolutely, of course, I'm in a tank, I've got a gun, I'm gonna snipe, absolutely. But I'm not here to snipe, I'm just here to be passive. Now what do I mean by that? Due to the fact that you have such a weakly armored tank, you need to pick and choose very carefully where you're gonna go. So in the initial stages of the game, this is what I would do. I would be passive, I would suss out the situation, get a feel for how the battle was about to play out. You know, which flanks were happening, which flanks were not, where was I needed, where was I not needed, where could I place my tank where I could take advantage of my gun and at the same time take advantage of my nice bit of camo and hide my armor at the same time. So that's what I mean by being passive in the initial stages of the game. So I've got a sense of how the battle's playing out, so to speak, where the enemy are pushing, where they're not pushing, and I get a feeling that the enemy isn't being that aggressive, so to speak. And explaining what is going on here exactly with the AT7, because I am actually exposing myself quite considerably, and I do manage to get penned, I think, once or twice. What is going on here, even though I barely get pinned, to me the 87 represents the Death Star at these tiers. To me the 87 100% is pretty much, I could have lost a buttload more of hit points there. I did expose myself quite considerably, but you're playing in a tier 8 game, and to me the 87 with his bunker armor and his quick firing gun, he represents the Death Star in this game. Now T-32 there, you saw him, he was hull down, and I respond to this situation accordingly. There is no way I'm going to pen him. There is no way with this gun, with this tank, with what can pen it T-32 in the hull. There is no way I'm gonna pen him. So I respond to the situation accordingly, which is withdraw, relocate, attempt to flank from the side, something other than try to tangle with him and play him at his own game. I want to play the game according to my rules, so to speak, and that's what I do. I relocate, I move over here to flank the enemy. I was hoping to see the T-32, but along comes the Tiger 2, so yes please, I'll have that. Shots on the side, no problemo. Pen every single time without any problems whatsoever. I don't think I managed to get the kill here. Nah, I don't manage to get the kill. So pull back, pardon me, take a breather, wait for Sixth Sense to disappear, take a look at the map, and you can see we've got the edge, and we're leading by numbers 8-5. And using the low profile of my tank, I'm going to push forward onto the flank over here. Leading 9-5 there, nice lead there. And can I get shots on target anywhere here? AMX there. Somehow manage either a miss or a bounce, I'm not sure. Get ammo racked. And he pulls out in front of me, and I was sweating here for a bit. I was sweating here for a little bit. And yeah, I attempted a little bit of a hold down action, possibly maybe penning, and you can see my loader has died and I'm ammo racked, and because of that, you know, my reload time goes up considerably, you know, to 20 odd seconds. So now I've got a loader dead and or injured or whatever it is, and I've been ammo racked. You can see my reload time is just taking forever and a day. Request help there. Sir, compadre signals that he's on his way. He takes him out. Thank you very much. I signal affirmative. And I know there's a sniper back there. I signal to everybody, be careful, be careful, be careful. My 20-second reload time needs to be fixed. I heal my loader. This brings it down to 12. Well, almost 13 actually. And there's a Cheeto. I respect the Cheeto. You know, he has a quick firing gun. I respect the Cheetah. Still being 6 cents, but I feel confident, you know, I can push up here. A French TD. French TDs, I have a lot of respect for their gun. Not for the tank itself. I mean, it does look ridiculous, actually. But for their gun, yeah, I have a ton of respect. Absolutely. Hello, Mr. Cheetah. I can hit you anywhere, and we'll pen. And now, if I tangle with the Cheeto, no problema, you know, no problema. You can do the math. His gun is kind of, it shaves off like, I think it's got 110 alpha damage, if I remember correctly. So it's going to take quite a few shots for him to take me out. You know, I've got almost 700 hit points. French TD is left. Compadre is coming in to help me. No problema. Gun reloads in time. He can't turn, he fires a shot in frustration and he gets taken out. Nice little game there, absolutely. Very, very interesting game, me responding to certain situations a certain way, realizing, you know, the weaknesses of my tank, and not attempting, you know, one-on-one brawls. A lot of flanking, shots on the side, all of that good stuff. Nice little game there. And for our final game, we are on Erlenberg. Again, nice matchmaking. Predominantly tier 8, some 7s and 6s, but predominantly tier 8. And you're going to see me being somewhat aggressive, more so than the previous game. And I think the 3 games kind of demonstrate perfectly what you can do in this tank. And the first one was what to do when you're in a tier 10 game. The second one was concentrating more around flanking. And this one is completely different as well. So we're going to do what I normally like to do in Erlenberg, which is head to the middle and act as the scout stroke sniper, if at all possible. What do we see off in the distance? T-69. Anything? Nothing. You take a look at the map and I realize, actually, you know, they're over there on the other side. T-69 pops his head up, get a nice shot into him. He gets ammo racked and dies. Wonderful. Good little start to the game. First kill. Not mine, but good little start to the game. And now you can see the bad guys are being very aggressive and they're pushing across on the bottom of the map there. Mr. Rhino there. Don't manage a pen. I don't think I zoomed in all the way. That's what happened. So I move in to assist with some sniping, if at all possible. Rhino stops. Nice pen there. Managing an ammo rack. And he pulls back. Jagdtiger 88. Very formidable opponent. So 2 snipers. Not the smartest play by them to be pushing so deep into enemy territory. When I see situations like that, I say to myself, either, you know, that's not the smartest play, or they're being supported by some mediums or heavies and I just haven't seen them yet. So either or, something to watch out for. So we've instantly developed a considerable lead. But you know, we're in the first 2-3 minutes of the game, and Erlenberg, you know, the weak get weeded out really quickly on this map, and the stronger players, you know, they go till the end of the match, the end of the game. And a lot of times it's very similar to El Haluf. The games will last the full 15 minutes because it's such a big map, and you know, there's a lot of ground to cover, all of that good stuff. I can get this, absolutely. Manager pen, I'm surprised I got that. So I'm Sixth Sense, I'm detected. I have to be very apprehensive because I'm out in the open here. I have no idea where the 4 snipers are. I did see one, so there. Mr. Jagdtiger is still in play, absolutely, and absolutely I can get this. Oh, he pulls back just in time. Will he pull back all the way? Can I get a shot in? Here he comes. Oh yeah, I can get this easy, absolutely. Sixth Sensed, so keep that in mind. I've yet to be penned, which is nice. KV3, I lose my detection, and now we pretty much know, you know, where all the TDs are. They've been located, so you kind of keep that in mind as you continue with the game. One more time. Nice one. He gets taken out. So yet to get a kill. I've managed quite a few pens there, and for some reason, you know, I kind of panic shoot there. Here we go, and I do believe I don't get the kill yet, as is always. You know, they get left on like 10 hit points. He gets taken out. I'm good to go. Developed a nice little lead there, 9-4, good to go. And now I feel I can be aggressive. I'm going to push into enemy territory and take it from there. I know where the TDs are. I know where the enemies are. And we're good to go, basically. We're good to go. Just pop in and out of cover and take pot shots at the bad guys. Mr. Low. Bounce. Got that troll. Hull. Pardon me, turret. Tiger, that's something different. Yeah, I can pen a tiger all day, absolutely. So we're good. We're in a very strong position here. The enemies, you know, they're being surrounded, and at this point, I'm just psyching them out. You know, I'm going left side, then I'm going right side. They're pre-aiming over here. I scoot over to the other side, and just psyching them out, basically. Wait for my Sixth Sense to disappear. I signal to my compadres, come on, let's attack, let's go for it, let's do this. I lose my Sixth Sense, and now I pull to the other side. My hit points are good, you know, I've got 800 hit points. Manage your pen again. Tiger is on fire. Can I get the kill? Nothing there. Peekaboo, and there's Mr. Low. This is what I meant. You know, I managed somehow get a pen his commander's hatch. How I did that, I haven't got a clue. I'm very surprised I got that shot. Again, you know, I'm kind of pushing it on that side. I lose my detection, and now I scoot out on the other side. Sixth Sense, it's now or never. Only two bad guys left. Load it up. Yeah, that was a perfectly placed shot, if I do say so myself. Psyching him out. Does he want to take the shot? Manages to damage my gun. I load up premiums. Who's gonna blink? Who's gonna blink? Who's gonna blink? And he managed to pen me. I'm only on 200 hit points, and I just get a bounce on him. But you know, it's the end stages of the game. We're good to go. You know, I'm confident. But at the same time, I want to get a kill. You know, I wouldn't mind a kill. He's pre-aiming at me. He's taking his shot. Can I pen? Again, nothing. Kind of jerked there at the last minute. Gun is damaged. There's no way I'm going to get shots on target. And here we go. Here we go. Yes, possibly, maybe. And I get the kill. Well done. My first kill of the game. Not bad. Not a bad game at all. Pick up my mastery badge, Confederate. 3,300 damage. Place first. Good to go. Good to go. So, we have reached the end. We have reached the end. I hope you guys have enjoyed my review of the STA-1. It's like I said, it was a combination of a great gun, nice mobility, quick acceleration, good traverse. All of these factors made for a very nice, very decent tank. It's playing in tier 8 games, and all of these things kind of contributed to me having a fantastic time in this tank. I loved it. If you guys are grinding to the Japanese medium line, I'm sure you guys are going to love it. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the STA-1. Please check out my Japanese tanks playlist. So far, I've posted a ton of footage of me playing in the STA-1. Absolutely. Take it easy, guys. Please drop a like. Adios, muchachos.